Hello, my name's Andy and welcome to the garage.
Change things whenever you like.
I think I'm going to do this one as a CIA 727. In the Vietnam War, the CIA used 4 of these operating under the contract name of Southern Air in passenger and cargo freight mode. They'd often throw stuff out the back door, the air stair as they call it, rear air stair in the back of the plane. They'd taken that from being a stair and made it into a ramp so they could just drop things out in clandestine airdrops. They tested it and proved the possibility, and it worked. And indeed, a hijacker in 1971 in the United States jumped out from the back of the rear air stair with some money and a parachute and was never seen again. The US military did operate the Boeing 727 as a C-22, though I don't think in great numbers. The paint's just coming off this one now. I think we'll have to leave it a while. It's in a plastic container. I've used cold water as instructed, but I think I probably need to put a bit of hot in there to get it going. We'll just leave it away there. Get back to it later. Right. It's out the caustic. It's a 727. Just need to try and get a bit of paint off it now. So let's have a look. Coming off quite easily. I just left it in overnight. I've noticed some people use a hot mixture. I just poured it into a plastic container and put it in there out of that original tin, which wasn't very good. Just a little brass brush, this one. Right, I'll leave that there, get back to you when it's finished. Right, the paint's all off. It's a bit more damaged than at first thought. There's a few pitted marks there. I think the main thing I'm going to try and fix. The tails droop. The tailplane, they shouldn't. If you look at the wing, certainly from the front, this one's got a bit of a curve in it. So what I'm going to do is just heat it up with a hairdryer, then try and just adjust it with a pair of pliers with a bit of cardboard around the wing like that, so I don't mark them. Thought I'd put a bit of heat in. Could do with it in the garage anyway. So let's just give that a go. see what we've got. Actually, I might be able to. Well, that was easy. Felt that move. Oh, that's a lot better. Now for the tail. Let's take a look. Still not good enough. Use my hands, fingers there a bit. That was a move. I think if you can see that, tail's still got a bit of a droop on the right. Let's just try a bit more. She looks a lot better. And so do the wings. If you can just catch them there. I don't know if you can see that. Pleased with that. Right. What I now need to do is take off these old undercarriage fixings with a file. And I think you can see just down the there's a casting mark all the way down and on the tail plane. It's a little jag on the tail plane there. I don't think there's much I can do about that. Right, so let's get these lugs off, so we don't want them on. Right, here we go. I've got a selection of files, small files. Just have to try and, without putting any pressure on the wings and the tail plane again, just see how long it will take to get these off. My other idea was a grinding wheel on the multi-tool. I think this is going to be slow. The plastic bits dropped out. One of them I had to just pull out with a knife. The other one, the caustic, got it. Right, you don't want to watch me do that for about 40 minutes or so, do you? Whatever it takes. So I'll just cut there. Okay, in the end, I've used a multi-tool with a couple of different ends just to get it started. So there's a lot of metal there, there's a lot of metal. Then I moved on to this one, which I found the best. Just fitted in between those spoilers. And then this smaller one, even smaller, because I didn't want to damage any of the markings that are cast on there. This will need filling. I'm just going to do the other one now. I wore my safety goggles. There's lots of bits of metal flying about there that you can't really see. I could have done with better eyesight, but I just held it in my hand. Ground it down as far as I dare with the multi-tool, then just went like this. Slowly but surely, to get away the last couple of mils on it. Okay, I'll finish the other one now. Okay, there's been a bit of work done. I've got rid of the ugly undercarriage positions. On one side I've got rid of the casting lines. That one there too. There's casting lines still to do on this side. Don't know if you can see that. Very difficult. Oh, you can see that, yeah. Whereas on this side it's gone. It's quite heavily pitted, so gonna need a bit of super glue. And that's the next stage. Bit of super glue, bit of baking powder in these holes. And think about where to put the stand. Okay. Hello. Right. The plane's scrubbed up reasonably well. Hopefully when I get some primer on it'll look okay. What this plane needs is going to be a stand. So my idea is to use an old socket. Don't know what this one is. 5/16 and a rivet. Rivet fits in quite nicely. Plane fits on there. Probably have to glue that in there. I've got some metal glue or just normal glue for that. What I just need to do is check the diameters. Can see if you can see that. I don't think we need to zero that first because I don't think that's right. So if you can see, that's about 3 mil. And there was already a place for a stand under the plane. I don't know if you can see that there. I can just get on top of that. That's 3 or thereabouts. So looks like it'll be a good fit. What I'm going to have to do is drill that out. I have already checked it is about the centre of gravity. And I'm going to have to stick this into there, take off this pointy end bit so I've got a nice flat bit. That just did get a bit hot there. Just need to go a bit bigger. Well, I couldn't find a drill quite the right size, so I'm just have to take a bit off the edge of this, just trim it down at the end. There we go. It's a snug fit, but that's what it needs to be. One thing that did make me do was find all my small drills. Right, what we have here is some liquid mixable metal, whatever you want to call it. So if I just cut a chunk out of that. This is quite old, so I'm hoping it's it's still going to be viable. Get the sticky stuff off. Then if you just mix it in, it should go solid. I think this is too old. Give that a bit of a go with my thumb, fingers. Give it a roll about. Now if I stick, this has been degreased. I don't know if you can see, but there is a hole in there. There we go, all the way through. So if I stick this in there, that's going to come through at the bottom, if you can see that. So I just need a bit of glue around it and through the bottom. It's nicely warmed up now. I think it's going to be fine. Press it home firmly. Stick that in the bottom. I want this to be level. I don't want to leave a lot. It's leveled off. Let's just take the excess off. Otherwise we'll end up with quite a bit of sanding if this stuff goes rock solid. Right, there we are, flat base. Not to worry if it's not quite flat, because at the end I'm just going to put a little felt bottom to it, finish it off. And there she is. So now we can prime the plane, nothing more to do on the plane.